makes me feel real.
Today, we're ranking the top 10 older man, younger woman relationship movies that define the genre. Hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed to Movie Recap Hub so you never miss a list. Kicking off the list is a neon-soaked nightmare proving that jealousy is the ultimate aphrodisiac. In Frank and Lola, a Las Vegas chef becomes completely obsessed with a mysterious woman who seems too good to be true. When she's caught cheating, Lola spins a tragic tale. A wealthy man from her past is forcing her into it against her will. Frank, blinded by rage, hunts the guy down to save her. But get ready for a cold shower. The mind-blowing twist? Lola was never a victim. She fabricated the abuse story entirely to cover her tracks. She was sleeping with the other guys simply because she enjoyed it, using Frank's violence and jealousy as fuel for her own twisted emotional games. Sliding into the 9th spot is a quiet gut punch. The Girl in the Book follows Alice, an editor who keeps blowing up her relationships, cheating, pushing away anyone who gets too close. It looks like self-destruction for no reason, until we see the past she's been running from. As a teen, she was groomed by a famous novelist who stole her writing and turned their secret into his bestseller. The twist? The book that made him a legend is built on her stolen voice, and the only way out of her cheating spiral is taking that story back. Crashing into the 8th spot is a vacation that turns into every parent's worst nightmare. In one wild moment, 2 lifelong friends take their teenage daughters to a sunny getaway, promising chill family time. Instead, long nights, too much booze, and one reckless decision lead a married dad into a secret affair with his best friend's daughter. What starts as a drunken mistake spirals into obsession, lies, and panic as she falls hard and refuses to let go. The killer twist? She isn't some confused victim. She knew exactly what she was doing, using the affair to blow up the adults' perfect lives. Coming in at number 7, we have a story where life imitates art with deadly accuracy. In Gemma Bovery, a bored English beauty moves to France and dives into a steamy affair to escape her mundane marriage. Her neighbor, a baker obsessed with the classic novel Madame Bovary, stalks her every move, convinced she's destined for the same tragic suicide as the book's character. He tries to intervene to save her, but here is the dark, ironic twist. She doesn't die from poison or heartbreak. She dies choking on a piece of the baker's own bread. He tried to rewrite her ending, but ended up baking the very thing that took her out. Landing at number 6 is a reminder that some guests overstay their welcome. In Breathe In, Keith is a music teacher suffocating in a cookie-cutter marriage until a soulful foreign exchange student moves into his guest room. What starts as an innocent musical connection explodes into a full-blown plan to abandon his family and run away with her. But the twist is a tragic reality check. Just as they are packing to leave, Keith's daughter realizes what's happening. She speeds off in a jealous rage and smashes her car. The escape plan dies instantly. The girl flees the country, and Keith is left trapped in the wreckage of the very family he tried to destroy. Breaking into the top 5 is a scandalous age gap romance that blurs the lines of loyalty. In Sorry If I Call You Love, Alex is a 37-year-old executive whose life spirals when his fiancée dumps him. He rebounds with Nikki, a free-spirited student who is only 17. He hides the relationship like a dirty secret, terrified of society's judgment. But the twist arrives when his perfect ex-fiancée returns with a marriage proposal, assuming she can just snap her fingers and get him back. Everyone expects him to do the adult thing. Instead, he realizes the respectable marriage is actually a trap. He leaves the successful woman at the altar of public opinion to run back to the teenager, choosing the scandal over a loveless life. Sitting at number 4 is a con artist who cheats Destiny and her fiancé. In Magic in the Moonlight, Sophie is a psychic engaged to a wealthy heir. It's the perfect setup until a cynical magician shows up to expose her as a fake. While she plays the loyal bride-to-be, she slips into an emotional affair with the very man trying to destroy her reputation. The twist? She isn't just unfaithful, she is a professional liar. The magician proves her powers are a total scam, but the deception works too well. She dumps the innocent millionaire for the man who exposed her crimes, proving she prefers a complicated lie over a boring marriage. Taking the number 3 spot is a philosophy lesson gone wrong. In Irrational Man, Rita is a married professor desperate to escape her boring life. She throws herself at Abe, a depressed colleague, thinking a steamy affair is the answer to her problems. But Abe isn't energized by her bed. He gets his thrill from planning the perfect murder of a corrupt judge. The twist is pure dark comedy. The affair becomes a total afterthought. When Abe tries to silence a witness by pushing her down an elevator shaft, he trips on a cheap flashlight he won at a fair. He falls to his own death, destroyed by a tiny piece of plastic, while the unfaithful wife is left to pick up the pieces. Runner-up at number 2 is a scandal that isn't what it seems. In Mr. Morgan's Last Love, a lonely widower in Paris becomes inseparable from a beautiful young dance instructor looking for all the world like a man betraying his past. His children accuse her of being a gold-digging mistress and him of dirtying their mother's memory with a midlife crisis. But the twist hits hard. The affair is a lie. He wasn't falling for the girl to feel young. He was using her friendship to build the courage to die. He commits suicide, proving he wasn't cheating on his wife. He was just rushing to the grave to be with her again. And claiming the number 1 spot is the most devastating con in cinema history. In The Best Offer, Virgil is a reclusive art expert who has never felt love, until Claire, a mysterious woman, draws him out of his shell with whispered confessions and fragile vulnerability. He abandons his cold, perfect life, giving her everything, his heart, his fortune, and access to his priceless hidden art collection. But the soul-crushing twist? Claire was never real. The shy, damaged woman was an actress in an elaborate heist. She was married to the con the entire time, working with a team of thieves who studied him for years. He wakes up to an empty villa, millions stolen, and the horrifying truth. Every kiss, every tear, every "I love you" was rehearsed infidelity.